How's it going, guys? I want to talk about trading the markets. And I want to talk about the secret to the markets. What is the secret? Well, first of all, let's talk about what's the biggest problem in trading. The biggest problem in trading is our own ego, our own subconscious mind that wants to overcomplicate things and keep us where we are. So in other words, not succeed. So one of the ways that this happens is that we overlook simple, very simple things. We can't believe that something like that the path to success can be simple. Like we just can't believe it. So we only accept things that are complicated. But what is the path to success? It's simply trial and error, practice, learning from your mistakes. So check this out. This is what I wrote down here. First of all, you gotta so when you're trading, right? You have to set a period of time that you're gonna be trading. So let's say you're gonna trade from this time to this time. Okay. Now you trade, and then you have to set a time that you're gonna review the time that you traded. So you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to review my trades during this time. So that's kind of step one. Then when you trade, you're obviously gonna do the best you can, but you're gonna make mistakes, which you're gonna find out that they are mistakes when you're doing the review. So now you made the mistakes. Okay, that's, let's say, step one in the trade. Step two is identify the mistakes. Step three is catch yourself while you're making the mistake. So you still make the mistake, but you kind of recognize it as it's happening, or just after, or during. You're like, I know this is a mistake, but I really want to enter this trade for this reason, or this could be a mistake, and boom, it's a mistake. So you kind of are aware of your mistakes. Then after that, you stop yourself before you make your mistakes. Okay? So this is, now you have conscious competence. Right, you have to stop yourself, because it's all about mistakes. If you remove all your mistakes, then all that's left is the profit. But there's many types of different mistakes. But anyway, that's why you have to trade a lot and analyze a lot, so you can look back and see, hey, I'm actually doing this wrong. But you have to analyze it. The mistakes are going to come up after the fact, and after a lot of experience, just analyzing, looking back, questioning, your ways. But then the final step is that you simply do not make the mistake now as a habit. You simply do not do it. You simply do the profitable action. So that's pretty much the basic, the basic steps. We complicate it so much. I mean, I'm extremely guilty of this. And we seem to wanna, like a friend of mine that I met, he's like, oh, I'm gonna send you this trading, course. It's amazing. I open it, it's all about like mindset and this and changing your beliefs and the subconscious and this and all about mind. And I'm like, where is the practice? And this is very common. Like we skip over it, like just for some reason, we skip over the practice. They talk about the strategies. They talk about, all the different indicators. They talk about the mindset, the subconscious, the NLP, the market. Nobody talks about practice. Just practice Practice, 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 practice. And practice means reviewing, analyzing. You basically make a mistake catalog. You know, you identify, like you keep trading and you find out new mistakes. Oh, I actually didn't know this was a mistake, but now looking back, let me try it this way. But you do it in a way that's measured. You just don't trade. You have to write down your mistakes, try again, and then you have a bunch of mistakes, and then you stop doing them, and then suddenly you don't do most of your mistakes. What's left is a profit, right? So it's that simple. It takes, I mean, it's simple, but it's like any other skill. It's going to take a lot of time. But either way, it's going to take a lot of time. You know, a lot of these traders, you know, there's a saying that says, the lazy man works twice as hard. And this is definitely true in trading and in many things. But, and happened to me because I subconsciously, whatever, skip this practice part. I'm like, no, I just need a good strategy. And once I have the good strategy, like everything's going to work out. He's like, yeah, but you still need to practice the strategy. You still need to see all the mistakes you're going to make. You still need to learn from the mistakes, and you still need to catch yourself, and then you have to stop doing them. Like there's always going to be mistakes. So anyway, this guy I met, he told me he was trading for 8 years and he gave up. And when I asked him like, what strategies or whatever, he's like, all this complicated, super quote unquote high finance, like, yeah, we're analyzing this, that, like things that sound like really cool and stuff, like, but why is nobody talking about practice? You know, just practice, good old practice, smart practice, analyzing yourself, learning from your mistakes, writing it down, trying again, trial and error, over and over and over. It's gonna take a long time, but at least there's gonna be a time when you already learned from, you know, 80. You don't need to be 100% perfect. You only need to, you know, master, quote unquote, master 80% of the most common mistakes, and then you have your risk, aka your stop loss, very as small as possible. So it's like whenever you lose because there's like a new situation that you didn't anticipate, or you just did a mistake that you're gonna make mistakes anyway, always, but it's gonna be the 20% that are not the common ones. The 80% are the same old mistakes. You did things that you weren't supposed to do for the same reasons, the same type of situations. So, those are my thoughts, and I'm having this epiphany because it's so simple, and I'm like, why isn't anybody talking about this? But yeah, I mean, and then even my mind is like, I'm doing this very simple, trading, recording my mistakes, and I'm like trying to go back to other strategies or overcomplications. It's like we want to cut the line, we want to find the easy way. Like if I just find this easy strategy, like then I don't have to practice, and then I have to put on the time. And then what happens is that that doesn't work, so you end up spending like so much more time. When if you would have done it right since the beginning, yeah, it's gonna take time, but you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there, number one, and then you're gonna get there much faster than if you do it all this, like trying to find all these shortcuts and all this stuff, So, there is a way to be good at this, but it's like anything else in life. You have to put the time, you have to be smart about how you practice, an instrument, language, anything in life is the same way. So, the thing about trading is that because the money can be made so easily or lost so easily, but especially made, like we become impatient, we get FOMO. We want the quick way, always looking for the quick way, the fast way. And that fast way, quick way ends up being the longest way. So something to think about. Hope you enjoyed it.